You're watching Talk of the Town on Cambridge Cable TV 2 and in New Concord on Orbit TV 9.
Coming up on this edition of the show, I talk with New Concord Police Chief Mindy Peck and Officer Joe Goulet. Ron Gombeda gives us a rundown of CDC events, and Jeremy Scott talks with Cleveland Indians broadcaster Jim Rosenhaus. It's all ahead on this edition of Talk of the Town.
From the U.S. Bank Studios, it's Talk of the Town with Perry Baranich.
Welcome to another brand new edition of Talk of the Town. We're coming to you as always from U.S. Bank Studio in beautiful downtown Cambridge. Hope you set your clocks ahead, because if you didn't, you're in your own time zone right now. Yeah, think about that. Yeah, think about it. Yeah. Hey, Mindy Peck is the police chief for the village of New Concord, and joining her today is Officer Joe Goulet. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you. Thanks for having us.
Nice to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you.
So how are you settling into your groove now? You're new in the village. Is everything settling in?
Yeah, everything's going great. It's been really busy. Not enough hours in the day, but I have some great officers that have filled in too and helped with certain tasks that I've gave them to do. All the administrative side that was needed top priority, that's done and passed us. So
good.
We're good on that. And now it's focusing more on them and, what they think they need training in to better their skills. And that's where we're at now, and we're starting spring, summers when we start doing our research for like a taser and things like that and firearms. So it's getting that scheduled and done. So
okay, well let's move to Joe. Joe, you've been with the village a couple of years now?
Yes, sir, about 2 years.
Okay, what's some of the training? Mindy talked about training. What's some of the training that you've done over the last couple of months?
Since she started, I've been to 2 trainings. One was done by the Ohio Highway Patrol here outside of Cambridge. We went to a class with them called Criminal Patrol, so we got to learn about different activities or how people are getting stuff across borders or where they're hiding them or what to look for. And then also I went in Circleville, Ohio. I went down to Ohio Christian University and got A-Ride certified, which is basically advanced roadside impairment. And that's helped me a lot with what's going on out there these days with the drunks and drugs. So,
yeah, that's one of the things that training would come in handy because New Concord, the close proximity to the interstate.
Yeah.
And you have to deal with that, yes. The drugs and the drunks and all that thing, don't you?
Yes, and like Joe said, with that A-Ride course, because since I've started, we've seen an increase with our OVIs, but it's mainly drug impaired. It's not alcohol impaired. So this training teaches them the skills they need to look for things, the indicators and things like that. So
are there other training courses then you can take in the future?
Yes, sir. I'm signed up for a few more.
Okay.
Become an instructor for an OVI.
So how is that going to help you?
Help me? Well, it's going to help me help other officers.
Okay.
So if I have that knowledge and understanding from what I'm getting taught by the state, then I can talk to the other officers and I can get my chief or other people recertified.
Yeah. So. And we'll be working on that. That'll be added into the department. It'll be yearly certification for that.
That's all good stuff. It really is.
It's necessary.
You also wanted to talk about some events.
Yeah, actually, coming up the first event in April 28th. It'll be from 10 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. It's a Saturday. It's the National Drug Take Back Day.
Okay.
So anybody that has any unwanted medication or expired medications can bring those down and secure them at our agency. The doors will be open. They can just come in and we'll have an officer there taking those, and then we will turn those in. Just no liquid medications or sharps like needles or anything like that. We will not take those.
Well, okay. What's the downside of just my medication's expired, I'm just going to throw it in the garbage? What's the downside of that?
There are certain medications you can do that. If you go to the website, their DEA website, it talks about that, about medications that can be disposed of.
Yeah.
And some say you can flush them.
You can't.
You can't, and that's on. They go into detail about that. Me myself, I don't want anything in the landfill.
Well, okay.
That's my biggest concern in the water.
Yeah.
So it's easier just to take it in, give it to us, we secure it, and then we'll turn it over.
Can people also turn in unused syringes and things like that?
Not for that event.
Not for that event. Okay.
Because they have to be in a sharps container, and maybe I'm not 100% sure if the fire department would take those or not, but they also tell you in regards to that, how they can be mailed. They got a mail back program too.
Great.
So
great. So when's the event coming up? The take back
is April 28th.
Okay.
Saturday. It'll be on a Saturday, 10 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon.
And then you've got some other things coming up.
Yes, it'll be. Let me make sure I got the right date. May 17th. That's Bike Safety Month. So we're teaming up with the library in the village, and we're going to have our bike rodeo, and it'll be at 6 o'clock at night at Stormont Park at the school, the elementary. Sign-ups will be May 1st at the library.
Okay.
It's going to be preschool children up to 5th grade. It's going to be the cutoff. And it's going to be a good family event. We encourage the families to bring their kids because they'll learn the proper hand signals, starting and stopping on their bicycles, fitting them. They'll each get a helmet. So we'll fit them for their helmets properly and show the parents the proper way to make sure their helmets fit. And then we'll have the courses set up for the kids to practice the safety course. And we're also, we're going to grill out hot dogs and chips and stuff like that.
It's going to be a great day.
Yeah, and we'll have face painting. There's going to be some activities. So we're going to try to make it, it's going to be a 2-hour event. So
it's all going to be based around bike safety.
Yes, bike safety.
You know, you've got, in a small village, you know, you've got a lot of kids out riding bikes and stuff. What would you say to drivers? Just how can they take care of the kids that are out there riding the bikes? What should they look out for?
Well, kids not wearing helmets is a big one, especially New Concord. We're a little tight little town with the sidewalks there. Roads are a little wide out, so you know, give them like, hey, you should probably wear your helmet or ride on the sidewalk. Just simple safety. Or if you're going to cross the street, just let people know with hand signals what way you're going to go. So it's a good event, and it'll help kids understand what they need to do.
Yep.
Good. Good. So a couple of events coming up that you can take part in, and you know, a lot of good things going on in New Concord.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff. I've been talking with Mindy Peck, the police chief, and Officer Joe Goulet. Appreciate you coming on the show. Good to see you again, and nice to meet you, sir. And we know New Concord's in good hands.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Back with more Talk of the Town right after this.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Bill Dixon finds and sells some unique items and hard-to-find local collectibles. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching this show. We call it Talk of the Town, and we appreciate you tuning in. We do. Ron Gombeda is the director of the Guernsey County Community Development Corporation, or CDC for short. It's a lot easier to say CDC.
Absolutely.
It is. Good to see you, man. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there, enjoying this beautiful overcast
Yeah,
day.
one minute it's sunny, the next minute it's March in Ohio.
You know what they say about the weather in Ohio?
What?
If you don't like it, just wait an hour. It'll change.
It'll change.
That's
Yes,
right.
it will. Let's talk about the CDC. I know you've got a lot of things on the plate right now, so where do you want to start?
We do. First off, we're working towards completion of our trail improvement projects.
Okay.
That's a multi-phase, multifaceted project involving a lot of different moving parts. We just finished up with phase 1, which was the installation of 5 garbage collection points and recycling points along the trail.
Good.
So at 5 different locations, you'll see a garbage can for garbage and then one for recycling. And we also put some in at Cool Ridge Park and Trails, which is off of Reservoir Road. We own that park. And we just finished, I just got the pictures yesterday of the parking area at Cool Ridge.
Good.
So that was all stone, graded, and graveled, so it makes for a nice parking area for people to go.
That's done?
Yes, that is done.
That is good. Check that one off the list.
Check it off.
Yeah.
Phase 2 will be, we're going to put a dog park in at the trailhead and some split rail fencing to make it look a little bit nicer.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah. So that's phase 2, and that'll start here pretty soon. And that's just one of the things we got going on right now with the trail.
Yeah, a lot of people, I mean, they've been out. I mean, you see people on it all the time, but when the weather starts to break, then you start to get folks out walking and utilizing, taking advantage of it.
Absolutely. That trail is heavily used, not just by locals, but by people from all over. Well, just yesterday, my dad was on the trail, and he ran into a guy from Chandlersville. Says he comes all the way over here to bicycle once, twice a week.
It's great to bike on, isn't it? I mean,
I don't bike or run. I mean, obviously.
Yeah. Look at me.
I don't enjoy the cardio, but a lot of people do.
Yeah. And it's there.
It's there.
I mean, and that's why it's there.
Exactly. It's free and open to the public to use. So.
Okay. What about give us an update on the Children's Museum.
Oh, yeah, our Children's Museum. So that's a project we have in Byesville. It's something that's been on my radar for a couple of years now, and it's now finally coming to fruition. We have a 2-phase goal with this project. Phase 1, we needed to raise $60,000 to redo the building. That's new HVAC, electrical, plumbing, drywall, the whole 9 yards on the inside as well as the outside. And I've been able to secure all but $3,000 of that.
Wow.
We just had a young lady, Kelsey Walters, host a fundraiser through Prime Nutrition. Byesville, she raised combined efforts of over $1,000 for that.
Wow.
And we have a lot of people stepping up saying, hey, what can we do to raise money? And I have a couple other people putting together fundraisers. So
it's within grasp.
It is there. With the amount of money we've raised and our confidence in getting that last bit, we've already started ordering the design work. We've ordered the windows, the new door, the front facade. So we're going to start the repairs on the outside and then start moving inside. And once that's done, we go to phase 2, and we have to raise $25,000 for the interactive displays that will go inside the Children's Museum. So I'm really excited.
Back to the fundraising part of that then as well.
That is, but I think if we can get the building done and get it there so people can see it, they'll understand that this is a goal that's in reach.
Yeah, it is. It is indeed. You also wanted to update some upcoming events that you guys are going to be putting on.
Yeah. Being a nonprofit, we have to raise funds for our programs, our projects, like the Children's Museum. So one of the things we have coming up on April 14th, it's a Saturday, in Byesville at our warehouse across from Bubby's Drive-Thru is a warehouse sale.
Okay.
And what that entails is basically people donate household items and goods through us throughout the year. And we open up, people can come in, just buy whatever they want. We have everything from furniture to pots and pans, to pottery, to collectibles, to antiques, power tools, you name it, we have it. And all the proceeds from that will go towards the Children's Museum.
Excuse me. So is that going to be, will that be something that people will come in and just buy or bid on, or they'll just be there for sale?
Kind of like a glorified yard sale.
Oh, okay.
Undercover.
Yeah.
And we've had a pretty good turnout with that two times we've had it before. So we've got a lot of items we need to get rid of. So come down, find something, make us an offer, and just know that all proceeds are going to go to the Children's Museum.
Okay. Tell us you talked about a half a marathon.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I have a tick on my throat. I'm sorry.
It's that time of year.
It is.
One of my board members, Gretchen Combs, is really active in the running community, and she constantly looking for ways to get people to use the trail, and we come up with a half marathon. So on May 19th at the Guernsey County Great Guernsey Trail, Corduroy Road Trailhead, which is in East Cambridge, we're going to be having a half marathon. And all proceeds from the race will go towards the maintenance and upkeep of the Great Guernsey Trail, which is pretty expensive when you have to maintain a 7-mile trail. So,
and constantly maintain that.
Yep, nonstop.
Got about a minute and a half. What about additional upcoming things you want to talk about?
We got a lot of exciting things we're working on. We've got a couple more races we're putting together for the year. Of course, we have our Sportsman's Bash coming at the end of June. One of our biggest fundraisers. That'll be the last Saturday. Tickets are on sale for that now. $50 a ticket gets you a chance to win hunts, prizes, drones, cameras, ATVs, 50 guns, a whole 9 yards. All the proceeds from that goes towards the funding of our programs and projects that we do.
It's a big event.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of our biggest fundraisers. And then in July, we have our fish camp. It's always the third Saturday in July at Jackson Park. That's free and open to area youth who want to come and learn about the outdoors, in particular the positive aspects of fishing. They learn how to cast, tie a knot, identify fish species, things of that nature. Then we have volunteers come and we walk around. We do an open fishing with the youth. And we help them fish and enjoy the day.
Kids today, it's a lost art, but fishing is one of the most relaxing things you can do. I don't care if you don't catch anything. It relaxes you.
It does. It's quiet. It's peaceful. You go out and you enjoy Mother Nature and what it has to offer. So.
Yep. Put a worm on a hook. Nothing like it. Okay. Ron Gombeda, the director of the Guernsey County CDC. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you, man.
Thank you, man. You too.
All right. And we'll be back with more Talk of the Town right after this.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website, website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services.
The Old Country Loft features country curtains in stock or order that special design to customize your decor. You can also pick out braided or decorative woven rug from her large selection in stock. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Talk of the Town Show and stay up to date.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town, coming to you from U.S. Bank Studio in beautiful downtown Cambridge. Jim Rosenhaus, you might know the name. He's part of the broadcast team for the Cleveland Indians. He was in town a little while back. He stopped up at the radio station to talk to the folks up there and also had lunch at Theo's with part of the sales team. Our own Jeremy Scott was there, and here's what he found out when he talked to Jim.
Thanks, Barry. It is Jeremy Scott, and I am sitting here having a piece of Theo's pie, a cup of coffee, and just talking some baseball with a guy who, I tell you, we don't get him in town very often, but when we do, we are very lucky to do so. And I am talking about one of the voices of the Cleveland Indians, Mr. Jim Rosenhaus. And Jim, you were an economics major back in your college days, and your minor was in business. So how does an econ major and business minor end up in broadcasting?
And you did your homework, Jeremy. Thank you. You know what? Eating a lot of pie usually does it. But, it's something that I wanted to do, and I got about halfway through college and just thought, if you're ever going to follow your dream, that's the time to do it. So was far enough along where I didn't want to transfer to a different school or anything like that. So stayed with it, got my degree, but had a chance to work at the student station where I went to school and got some experience there, and everything worked out just fine. But it is odd for what I do to have those degrees as a major and a minor.
So were you a DJ before you went into sports broadcasting?
No, actually it was like news, a lot of radio news. I worked my first job, actually a little bit of DJing on my first job. Was a morning show in upstate New York, and then some high school football, basketball, and baseball. And then worked radio news in New Jersey, just outside New York City, and that was strictly news. And then was fortunate enough to get into baseball. So a little bit of everything before getting into baseball.
And Jim, you're also a member of the Buffalo Bison's Hall of Fame. You lived in Buffalo, obviously, for a while. What is the proper way to do buffalo wings? Bone in, bone out, and rubber sauce.
You got definitely bone in for sure. Sauce for sure, like a good, whether it's the Anchor Bar where they were originated, or Duff's is the other big one up there. You got to have like 39 different sauces.
39 different sauces.
Or whatever, you know, a million of them, different varieties, different heat. So at least that's how it's preferred.
Have you found a place in Cleveland that rivals what they do in Buffalo?
No, not yet. But that's the beauty of traveling to different towns and things like that. Everybody's known for something different. In Buffalo, it happens to be wings, and I'm not really Cleveland. There's a lot of good spots in Cleveland too, but still searching wing wise to find that good one that you would have. And in Buffalo, I mean, just about every bar or restaurant, no matter what their main bill of fare is, they still serve wings in some form or another.
And they're all awesome.
Yeah, usually.
Now, being that you are an Indians broadcaster, what is your opinion of the movie Major League?
That's a good one right there. Love it. And from a broadcaster's perspective, I mean, Bob Uecker as Harry Doyle makes the movie.
Absolutely.
But it is nice that they're not in as desperate straits as they were at the beginning of that movie. And they still, last fall they played the Yankees in a big series in the playoffs, so it's kind of like the movie. But love the movie. I mean, you can't go wrong with Major League. And over the years, we've tried to get Charlie Sheen to come in and throw out a first pitch, and it hasn't quite worked out yet. But Bob Uecker comes in every now and again with the Brewers, and how he is in that movie is kind of how he is in real life, which is pretty cool.
Not too many embellishments.
No, he's hilarious.
So if they were to remake Major League, or at least modernize it, who would play Jim Rosenhaus? Who would you want to play Jim Rosenhaus?
I'm not sure, but you'd have to have Bob Uecker back, because his character, I think, made the movie.
I'm sure Tom Hamilton would be okay with that.
Well, Hammy would have to be in there too, for sure. But it'd be interesting if they did do what were they on, 3 or 4?
Yeah,
before they stopped making them?
3, yeah.
And they all got worse as they went. I mean, they can't. By the time they got to 3, it wasn't good. But
yeah, Pedro Serrano taking up voodoo. I just was never okay with
that. If they could ever get the original cast back together, it might work again.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, you do work with Tom Hamilton, obviously, and he's one of the dynamite voices in Major League Baseball. He's known all around the league. You always hear his calls on MLB Network and on ESPN whenever they're playing back clips of games, all that kind of thing. What have you learned from him in your career?
Oh, gosh, a ton. And it's interesting. I worked 16 years in minor league baseball and finally got a chance to join the Indians and work in Major League Baseball. I think the tendency is sometimes you think you're prepared and you're ready to go, everything, that type of thing. But I was fortunate, like just growing up, I had parents who said, hey, you can always learn something from someone every day. And Tom's been wonderful in terms of preparation, just being comfortable how to interact with players. And you do all that stuff in the minor leagues, but there's some finer points that are different at the major league level than they would have been at single A or triple A where I had worked. And he's been a good friend and just a great example, because he works as hard today as he did when he started, I think. Still goes down and talks to guys on the field before the game, visits guys in the clubhouse, and that's essential. I mean, you can read all the stuff that I would read. It's out there. It's on the internet, different media guides, things like that. But our job as broadcasters is to go where the fans can't and then relay them the good stuff. And so that's why we go down to the clubhouse, talk to players, pick up on stories, what they're working on, things like that. And that's hopefully makes it a more entertaining broadcast. Hopefully. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I know he still does that, and I try and do the same thing.
If we were to go on your phone right now and look at your playlist and see what the last song that you listened to was, what would that be?
Oh man, something country probably. Not Luke Bryan, though.
Putting him on the spot.
Maybe a little Jason Aldean. Maybe trying to think of
like Big Green Tractor era Jason Aldean, or something a little bit more current.
A little bit more current. Although we did. Speaking of tractors, did Joe Nichols do one run some Joe Nichols. You got any Joe Nichols?
Joe Nichols? Okay, yeah. I'll tell you
Tequila
what.
makes her clothes fall off.
There you
that's
go.
a good one. So yeah, but country, like I enjoy country. It's just it's easy going, but you throw a little classic rock in there. Aerosmith, Rolling Stones, any of them are good.
Hey, speaking our language here.
And then to stay current with the kid, I have a 14-year-old freshman in high school. You got to have a little rap, hip-hop type stuff in there, and plus our players, same thing. So you got to have some of that. And then we have Latin players, so you got to maybe dabble a little bit in the Latin American music. So I try and be well-rounded.
There you
go.
go.
But last one, like on the drive down, a little country board.
All country, all the way. Well, Jim, thank you so much for taking some time to sit down, have a piece of Theo's pie and a cup of coffee with me.
And we didn't even cover the team.
And we didn't even cover
That's
the team.
okay.
That's what we like to go a little bit beyond just the superficial stuff.
You know what? We have 162 games to worry about that coming up.
That's right. Don't forget, folks, speaking of those 162 games, you can catch them all season long on your home for Cleveland Indians Baseball 93 BNV. And don't forget to check out Tribe Time Tuesday featuring Jim Rosenhaus as well as Jeff Reed and Fred McBride all season long on 93 BNV. Back to you in the studio, Perry Baranich.
Hey, thanks, Jeremy, and we are sure looking forward to another season of Cleveland Indians baseball this year. Back to wrap it up after this.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys to teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website, website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services.
That's going to do it for this edition of Talk of the Town. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks to our guests, Chief Mindy Peck, Officer Joe Goulet, Ron Gombeda, Jeremy Scott, and Jim Rosenhaus. And look for our coverage of the Home Garden and Business Expo. It will be airing for the next month or so. We had a lot of fun out there. For producer, director Adam Green, I'm Perry Baranich, and we'll see you next time on Talk of the Town.
U.S. Bank is the fifth largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys to teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.